Facilities Commission. Before us today is the Department of Neighborhood Development.
Good morning, Commissioners. Today we have the Department of Neighborhood Development presenting its agenda. With us is Chief and Director Sheila Dillon, and vote number 1 and vote number 2 are being presented this morning by Bernard Mayo. He's a project manager in the Real Estate Management and Sales Division of D&D. My understanding, Bernard, is that you seek to present both votes 1 and 2 jointly because they concern the same subject matter, and that there's a request for the commissioners to accept that joint presentation with a separate roll call for vote 1 and vote 2 thereafter. Is that agreeable with the commission?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll read out the votes, Bernard, and then ask you to present. Vote number 1 is an amendment to the vote of November 16th, 2016 to extend the tentative designation and intent to sell period from 24 to 37 months to Historic Boston Incorporated. This matter concerns land with a building located at 611 Columbia Road in Dorchester. This is a time extension request to add an additional 12 months to the previous time extension. Vote number 2 is a conveyance request to Historic Boston Incorporated, land with building located at 611 Columbia Road in Dorchester. The purchase price is recommended at $100. Bernard, if you'd present the vote request, please.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm here requesting PFC approval for the extension and conveyance of Historic Boston Incorporated for the land and building at 611 Columbia Road in Dorchester. This site is the future home of Sip and Spoke, combination coffee house and bike shop. PFC approved the tentative designation May 21st, 2015. The first extension was approved at June 15th, 2016, and the second extension was approved on November 21st, 2016. In May of 2017, when D&D was due to return to PFC to request an additional request, there were serious concerns over the financial viability of the project. However, last month, Historic Boston informed D&D that they had raised over $400,000 in philanthropic funds, thus closing the funding gap and giving the project financial viability to proceed. After reviewing the revised budget, D&D determined the project was now viable and recommended a conveyance vote in order to allow Historic Boston to begin construction this summer. I've also provided a few handouts. This is the site map. It's near the intersection of Columbia Road and Stoughton Street. The area view of the same site. This is how the building looks now. The building was built in 1912 as a comfort station or a public bathroom, and it's been vacant for the last 41 years. I think it was 1977 was last used. The next two renderings. If this vote request is approved, it will result in the following public benefits: revitalization of an underutilized vacant parcel, and historic preservation of a building that's been vacant for 40+ years. It will bring 2 much-needed businesses to the Upham's Corner area, and by returning these properties to the tax rolls, the city will receive an additional $3,500 in annual tax revenue. Also, the project will create 6,825 construction hours, which will generate jobs among the building trades. Any questions?
I think this great project. I guess I have a question. What was the prior use for this property?
Originally, it was the last use was like office space. That was in mid-70s.
Very interesting. No questions. I make a motion that we approve.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you. And the motion is to approve both votes 1 and 2.
Yes.
Thank you. Votes 1 and 2 are approved for the record. Thank you, Bernard. Vote number 3 is being presented by Ryan Lundergan. He's a housing development officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of D&D. This vote request concerns an amendment to the vote of June 21st, 2017 to extend the tentative designation and intent to sell period from 12 to 18 months to Dream Development LLC. The vote request concerns vacant land located at 24 Westminster Avenue in Roxbury. Ryan, if you'd present your vote request, please.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
My name is Ryan Lennergan. I'm a development officer for the Neighborhood Housing Development Division at DND. I'm requesting PFC approval for the tenant developer designation extension of Dream Development LLC for the parcel identified in the vote package. The parcel is located in the Roxbury section of Boston. DND conducted an extensive public process that resulted in the vote request. Public Facilities Commission initially voted to approve the tentative developer designation of Dream Development LLC on June 21st, 2017. We're requesting an extension to allow the developer to continue to address key project tasks so that DND can request a PFC conveyance vote within 6 months. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and PFC vote request. I've also provided 3 handouts related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first is a site map. You can see the outline of the parcel in red. The second is the existing conditions of the property. It's just a vacant lot right now. And the third is a street elevation. It's really a site plan of what will be completed on the property. It will be 12 units. One of the units will be marketed at 100% AMI. The other 11 will be at market rate. The project will revitalize one parcel of underutilized land in the neighborhood. It will also create 12,268 construction hours, which will generate jobs among the building trades. In addition, by returning these properties to the tax rolls, the city can expect to recoup an additional $36,394 in the first year of tax revenue. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
No questions, and make a motion to approve. Thank you for your presentation.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Vote number 3 is approved. Vote number 4 is being presented by Jonathan Spillane. He's a Housing Development Officer with the Neighborhood Housing Development Division of D&D. The vote request concerns a tentative developer designation and intent to sell to Mission Hill Health Movement Incorporated, vacant land located at 6 through 8 Gore Street in Roxbury. The purchase price is $100. Jonathan, if you'd present your vote request, please.
Thank you, and good morning. Hello, my name is Jonathan Spillane. I am a Housing Development Officer in the Neighborhood Housing Division of the Department of Neighborhood Development, and I will be presenting one vote request today. I'm here requesting PFC approval for the tentative developer designation of the Mission Hills Health Movement for the parcel identified in vote package number 4 in the Mission Hills section of Boston. D&D conducted an extensive public process that resulted in this vote request. 3 community meetings were held to discuss the development of the parcel. A request for proposal was issued on March 17th, 2017, and advertised in the State Central Register and the Boston Herald. 2 development teams applied to the RFP, and both were determined to meet the eligibility criteria. All eligible developers were invited to a community meeting to present their proposals. Based on community feedback and D&D review of all eligible applications against the RFP evaluation criteria, we recommend the tentative developer designation of Mission Hill Health Movement. In particular, Mission Hill Health Movement's proposal to create a community garden at this site. The vote package includes a comprehensive memo about the project and PFC vote request. I have also provided 4 handouts related to this vote request, which are displayed on the screen. The first is a site map of the identified parcel. The second, we have an aerial view of the currently vacant parcel. Our third slide, we have a street view to see the current condition at the property. And the fourth is a layout of the proposed garden, which was created with the assistance of a landscape architect working with the Mission Hill Health Movement. In summary, if PFC approves the vote request, it will result in the following public benefits. In return for this investment, there will be a revitalization of one parcel of underutilized vacant land in the neighborhood. Additionally, there will be the creation of a community garden for the use and enjoyment of this local community, which was strongly supported by the local community at the developer presentation. The sale of this parcel can also be expected to yield long-term financial benefits to the city. By removing this parcel from the city's inventory, the city will be able to avoid the future costs and liabilities associated with maintaining this property. In addition, by returning this property to the city tax rolls, the city can expect to recoup an additional $1,200 in annual tax revenue. I'm here to answer your questions if you have any. Thank you.
Are there any other community gardens in the Mission Hill area that we're aware of?
I believe there are a few blocks away, but I can follow up with a more concrete answer.
Okay, yeah, because I don't recall any. So I think this is great. I commend the department for bringing these properties back to active use, but also in a way that listens to the community. I make a motion that we approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Vote number 4 is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting?
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.